But listen, guys, you and I, we have one great enemy. And it's not the devil. It's death. Doesn't matter who the oldest person here is or who the youngest person in the room is. Death is your greatest enemy. Let me put it this way. Facts. 3 people die every second. 180 every minute. 11,900 every hour. 260,000 every day. 95,000 every year. Death comes to the young and old, the rich, the poor, the good, the bad, the educated and the ignorant, the king and the commoner. No one is exempt. The dynamic businessman, the glamorous actress, the great athlete, the brilliant scientist, the television personality, the powerful politician, none of them can resist the moment when death will lay its hand upon them and bring all fame and achievements to nothing. Death is not a respecter of time or place. It can strike at any moment of the day. At any place. It comes to the hospital bed, the busy road, the armchair, the sports field, and the office. To every single one of us. One day, like Lazarus, we will have somebody saying, the one you love is sick. We will be in that moment, kind of like I've experienced so much in recent years, but I mean, where Jennifer, her husband Barry, said to her, I love you, and kissed her on the cheek. And she says, "Aw," and breathed her last. Jesus cried out of love for the effects that death has upon us. Jesus, like a horse. It was like, for Jesus, it was like if he had been in Hiroshima or Nagasaki before the bomb, and he saw the beauty of the cities, and he just thinks to himself, my goodness, look at these great places that have been created. And then he walks by Nagasaki and Hiroshima after the nuclear bombs were dropped. And he walks in the midst of that, and he goes, this was not supposed to be like that. And we live in a broken world. In a very broken world with pain. But listen, when Jesus said, Lazarus, come forth, he did it so we would know that he has authority over death. So we would realize that death is like sleeping. So that we would realize, because afterwards he gave his life and he died. And everyone was discouraged, and everyone's like, what have we done? We followed this guy for 3 years, and now he's dead. And 3 days later, they began to say, we've seen him. He's alive. Remember a couple weeks ago, maybe about a couple months ago, we had Carlos lead worship here. A Mexican guy with his mom came to visit with his mom, and he was telling you how he just lost his dad. Well, we just had a prayer meeting online, just him, Zuli, myself, Loretta, and the mom and Carlos. Cancer has come back. He's just like shocked at the whole thing. We are in pain. But listen, we were able to talk to each other, pray with each other, and let each other know that whether we live or whether we die, we are his. The victory is not whether we don't die. The victory is that death no longer has power over us. And that comes through Jesus. Because of his love for us. We are the most victorious people in the universe because we were in a mess. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and then someone loved us so much and says, I am coming over and I'm going to restore all things. And I want every single person in this church. And if you do not know the Lord, my prayer is that you would just say, Lord Jesus, I want to know you. But listen, the great desire, and this is why we are slow with people. We don't want to plug people in right away into things. We want you to grow. We want you to know Jesus personally, intimately. And out of the outflow of love that you would say, how can I serve? How can I serve? You're so good, Lord. How can I serve? But that the foundation of our life will be Him, His love for us. And that the foundation of our life in return, because we are so loved, we would be able to love Him back and love people well.